And up, so seducing her won't do.
Salutations, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
We're still waiting for Merciless, but that's okay.
He's probably asleep.
Asleep, you say?
Man.
That's my guess. I don't know.
Get him, crunch him, break him. Get him. Anyway.
Kind of weird
Yay.
that he's not here.
Yeah, unless he mentions. Does anybody remember him mentioning about having a miss today?
No,
No.
not anything.
Nope.
I don't know.
Odd.
He said he wanted to fight the Joker and try and make that our entire plan for this session, and then that got shot down immediately.
I will find my arch nemesis. There we go. See, he's here.
I'm happy, Joker.
Incredible.
I guess he shouldn't be joking around. Yes, that wasn't funny.
Man. Well, it was really funny, and then like all my sketchbooks just fell off my desk together and kind of
Unfortunately,
took the life out of me for a second there.
It was
no,
funny.
my sketches.
It was funny, and then everything fell apart.
Oh, no.
Everything.
Oh no.
Brought to you by Milton Bradley. Have it your way.
I was afraid they.
Go ahead.
I was afraid they had fallen in my trash can, and Essy would never let me touch them again.
That would have been worse.
That would have been much worse.
Wouldn't the trash can near your desk just have paper in it anyways? It's not like it's
Yes, but
No.
you have to understand the thing about my dear wife. Germs.
Yeah.
You see, sometimes that trash can has Kleenexes in it, used tissues, okay? And other times, if that trash can has been used for trash before, it doesn't matter if it has clean paper and dust in it right now. The fact that it's been used previously for something gross means that entirely from now on, it shall be considered as gross.
Oh, you don't put like little baggies in the trash bin things?
I do.
Little shopping bags?
Shadow,
Yeah,
Shadow,
we do.
I do all of the things that should make this fine, but for Essy, don't touch germs, you will die.
The germs crawl out of the bags and onto the trash can itself. You know how it works, right?
Essy, do you know that you have bacteria inside of you that you die without?
I remind her daily.
So
I know.
You might say that germs are your friends.
Your closest friends.
Your ancient friends, in fact.
They can literally get no closer to you.
Yeah.
They linger.
They are in sight of your force.
They linger. Ew.
They do. They do linger. They're
Okay,
there right now.
before we make Essy
Wiggling
even more
around
uncomfortable,
inside.
let's play D&D.
They eat parts of you from within.
That's true.
Yes. Yes.
Did you know that your white blood cells are also like germs?
Yeah.
They're just germs
I
on
know.
your team.
Yeah.
The bad.
I'm aware of the science. I just
Do
have
you
a
know
little
that if
bit
they
of
got into your
neuroses.
eyes, they'd eat your eyes because your eyes have a separate immune?
It's true, and it's
Isn't nature
terrifying. And I
amazing?
think about that sometimes.
Isn't
That is
nature
horrifying.
amazing?
Yes, great.
Anyway, who wants to give me the recap?
Merciless.
Oh, he just joined. He does.
Well,
be merciless.
thank you for volunteering.
He's probably muted or doesn't have his headset
He
in.
doesn't hear us yet. That's okay. Go
Sorry,
ahead,
I'm sorry,
Cape.
I overslept. I was taking a nap for work tonight.
It's
Ah,
all
okay.
right.
Cape-
It's all
Cape
good.
has your back.
Sleep.
Apologies for that.
So, yep, you're good, bud. It happens.
Are you
We all-
starting?
we
You
all-
starting
We're
right
just
now?
pulling your leg.
We're starting.
Okay,
Yeah, we got
okay,
that.
okay. Hold,
So-
stop. Hold on. I'm
Uh-huh.
doing music. Okay, now you can do this.
Okay. So last time on Dark Sermon, Mythos, with the help of Ginny, revived me. Thankfully, so not dead, yay. And thus we continued our trek to the portal, where we, a little bit of way, came across a sign that said, no fighting allowed or else you get killed. So, upon reading that, we, and taking that under consideration, we continued our walk and came across a soul market. And that has been fun to see, because the first thing we see is a brothel for Agamemnon. And then we met a Dwergar by the name of Rotfire, who had some lovely things to say.
Who was very cool.
He was very awesome, working that infernal steel, and he and Galdren had...
Very not racist.
Yeah, totally not racist, unless you're an elf.
Maybe you should be right instead of wrong. You ever think of that?
Galdren had a drink with, and revealed that, or at least to Galdren, that Matheria's soul is trapped within the body of a succubus chained to the demon portal. Who knew? Obviously not us, so we would have told Galdren that, right, guys? Yeah. We also met a fellow scholar by the name of Hito, and who somehow got all of his stuff, quotations, stolen, and would like some help getting that back. And we left off on tabling that for the time being, and are going to go see if we could spot the possible succubus of Matheria.
Alright, inspiration for you.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I will probably need it for my plan.
The time is finally upon us. Long have I waited. Balls. Sorry, that's...
Oh, and apparently all these demons are a bunch of bitches, because they're just taking naps and complaining that they want to be chosen, but are too weak to.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Not that guy. He's cool. He's drinking alcohol.
Yeah, he was at least drinking alcohol. The other one was like a married couple.
Oh yeah, and Flo was touching things.
Yeah, he melted his hammer in the pool.
Oh yeah, I remember. You guys remember when he was like, "I want to see what happens to my weapon when I put it in there," and then he put it in there, and he was like, "Oh no, who could have predicted?"
I got the handle.
I mean, there was a somewhat living thing that was just chilling out in it, so you know.
I guess that's true.
He was taking a dip.
Yeah,
maybe it doesn't like metal. Maybe it likes flesh. You just gotta stick your hand in.
Yeah,
Gotta go retry, Flo.
In here, cold.
Out there.
No, please. Please, don't.
Shine for a sparkle.
No, please. Please. She calls to me. She calls to me.
Did you fall in the other day? When you...
Yeah.
Up
Did you-
there. No, it's my fucking brain. Full of shine and full of sparkle. Barnaby.
Are we heading out, or are we gonna re-talk to that guy before we bounce?
No, we're not talking to him yet.
I am.
You want us?
I want to forget. I need to find out about these Jays.
Go right over there then.
Flo,
Go right on ahead, Mr. Flo.
Flo has the bright idea. He's like,
I bet they explode.
I'm
He does that. The party continues.
I'll be right back. Don't head off without me. I'm asking about these fucking shoes.
Don't head off without me. I'll
We leave
be
without him.
mad.
Hey guys, should we leave without him?
temptation.
Hey, let's bounce.
No, we need him.
All right,
We
guys,
need
time to
him.
leave.
Excuse me there, feller.
Yes.
Hey, I have a question for you. Maybe you can help me out. I've tried to ask my friends, but they don't really know. He will show them the boots of sleeping. Can you tell me what these do, please?
I'm not really. I don't. I suppose I could attempt to do so.
I would really appreciate it.
I'm sorry, sir. I don't know what they do.
Yeah. Damn it! Fuck!
They're probably quite comfortable shoes.
Thank you,
they
sir.
look to be quite comfortable.
I just hear the explicitives from a distance in his voice, and I'm like,
Yes.
Anybody want to bet that Mr. Monosuke could not figure out what his shoes did?
Either that or it was so cool that he was overwhelmed with what they did.
Overwhelming.
Oh, you're
Consider
right. It could be anything with him.
Consider yourself shoeless.
He will just. I appreciate you looking here. I guess I won't know what these fucking shoes do.
Well,
And-
if you're looking for someone to identify them, there are far more capable individuals than myself.
Oh,
The
who would might that be?
Well, the mistress herself is quite a capable caster.
I don't know if I could talk to her right now, but I will think of it. I appreciate it. And he will fucking puff off.
Okay.
I wonder if
Ah, yes, Mistress Macintosh.
That's not her name,
Yeah,
Mr.
call her
Gideon.
that.
It's something.
Gideon.
It's something close to that.
I have one far shot, but I feel like I have to pay for this one.
What?
So, how did it go?
It did, and hold on.
Watch that.
Hey, Flo, I will recommend that.
Even I don't think that'll work out for him.
He walks
Excuse me,
God.
sir.
He's a dead man.
Yes, we should get out of the splash zone.
I
Why?
understand. Excuse me, sir.
What?
I have something to ask of you. Can you identify these shoes for me? I'll pay you like 300 gold if you can tell me what these are.
They're elf-made.
Can you tell me what they do?
No. He goes
Son
to
of a bitch.
Oh, goddamn Rufa.
Oh, my
Captain, is he dead yet?
No.
Wait, hold on. Wait. No,
What?
don't get lost.
Hey, is this the right way we're going?
Don't get lost. He says as he's running from behind.
Don't get lost. You'll get
All right,
lost without me.
So, where are we going next? Exactly.
Well,
Down to the portal.
You want to go have a look?
Isn't
See
that
what we're
just-
dealing with.
I mean, what better way to kind of gauge on what we need to do?
Die, we're gonna need to know now. Whatever.
I wonder the Black Maidens. I wonder why they are blocking off certain exits. I'm going to ask
Want to
one.
go ask?
Yes.
Oh no.
I was joking. Okay.
Excuse me, ladies. What lies over yonder?
One of them just says,
Private.
I see. Thank you for your time, and I'll curtsy and then turn and leave. Private things, I suppose.
Hey. Hold on.
very informative, Genevieve.
What? Now we know they are private. That's
Obviously,
information.
That's
I
why
think
they're
that was kind of
blocking.
given with them blocking it off.
Yeah.
Whatever. Let's just keep walking. I suppose there's a lot more market. I imagine before we find the portal.
all right, so you head to the south?
We head to the south.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
The demon shall
Hey,
lead
I'll
the
Going
way.
to the
Two.
supermarket.
Mm,
This was just the regular market.
This is the reg.
Dun, 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 dun. All right. Eventually, as you make your way around the southern side, eventually you come to a large piece of worked stone, etched out of a great cavern in the side of this mountain, and from it pours forth the energy from the great portal. You can feel its infernal heat, smell the rot and ichor. It is every bit as fiendish as you suspected, The corruptive powers pouring out directly from the portal are difficult even for the artifact that you carry to keep safe your bodies. But sure enough, as you round the corner, you see this. Give me a second.
Mhm. So what do y'all think? Live bait distraction?
Are you volunteering?
I could dress and drag and do the hula.
You've done it before. Speaking of which, I'll leave it for later. We're seeing something around the corner.
I rush him.
Dash.
Do stay close to me, please.
Oh, I'm making it look pretty. Let's do this, and this, and that. Okay, here we go.
Alright. I'm in.
Dun, dun.
Okay.
I'm in.
I'm in. Wait.
I'm in.
Oh, okay. I was like, we're missing one.
Are y'all good back there?
Yep.
Oof. Great map.
All right. As you round the corner and stand to the southern end of this makeshift etched stone cathedral, you can see that there is evidence of different racial connotations against the stonework, both as decorative and as base structure. It's not quite clear exactly what this must have been at one point, but whatever it is covered in a thin layer of ichor constantly burned off from the heat from the great portal. Before you, you see a dark red light, and beyond it, places filled with terrible creatures and shifting landscapes. Even as you stand before it, even as you stand before it, creatures walk through the portal, manifesting as they are quickly sorted and moved into the appropriate legions. Make perception checks immediately, as I have some things to go over with you.
Mm-hmm. Those are pretty
Flo's
good.
still trying to check out his J's.
Yeah, Flo is deeply distraught about not knowing about his Jays.
He's a deadly stare.
This is the most unknown artifact in all of the land, apparently.
Okay. Now, hold on. I'm trying to get the... Nope. That's not what I wanted. There we go. Now it's loaded properly. You guys hear that?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Yep.
With your perception checks, you will see that, go ahead and follow my arrow. Up here, you see the following things. Before the great glowing might of the portal, you see two figures. You see this fucking thing.
Yeah.
Look at that guy.
Yep, there he is.
As in goaded. Yep.
As in goaded.
He's very cool.
And discussing something with him, you see this individual.
Is that Gideon gets his wish? Pretty.
Alright, that's what you see. They seem to be discussing something. What do you do?
Suddenly, I feel like stepping forward into whatever this is probably not the best idea.
It is never a good idea to interrupt a council unannounced.
So you just want to wait here till we're summoned over?
Not particularly. I'd rather we turned around.
I'm with the captain, honestly. At the same time, no, Captain. We should get closer. Maybe we can overhear something.
No, we should not. It is bad enough to try and have an audience with her. It causes too much opportunity to be delayed or detained. And eavesdropping most certainly would not go over well.
Then we should just wait here.
Arcadum, does it seem like they've noticed us?
If they have, they've made no movement to care.
I've said my piece. But I'll follow the group.
Right, I say we go forward.
It wouldn't hurt to try.
It could hurt everything.
If we're still under the protection of this place, there should be no fighting, hopefully. So,
Yes,
True.
if they notice and request of us to leave, then we can do as much. It shouldn't be immediately hostile, since
Remember
this
the
area
sign.
was created as some sort of safe haven of some sort.
Yeah, I think you are all misremembering the last line on that sign. No violence unless sanctioned. That's the person who owns this place. She could sanction anything she wants.
And the commander of their army.
aye, that is true.
As you discuss, up here, you will see that the conversation seems to have come to an end, with this larger demon nodding, and then will kind of hop/glide down to here, shaking the area with the weight of his landing, and he will...
We should step aside to allow him passage.
Mythos was already doing that. That is a large lad.
You will see that he hardly even registers that you are there.
It was this close, I swear.
To get yourself killed, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Galdren was one of the only ones of us to survive almost that last encounter. If anybody could do it. Shall we?
Aye, better make ourselves known now.
I wonder if that's the woman who could tell me about my shoes.
How do you know that's not the theory?
Captain, at least it's just one of them now.
Aye, but that's the one that owns the place. So that's even worse.
Do we want to move
we
as a
shouldn't
group,
have
or
any
we
direct
purposely
reason
moving
to
staggered?
Well, we
want
can
to
move as a
sanction
group,
violence against
unless
us.
anybody
We have
doesn't
not
want to
broken
move
any of
up.
their rules.
I'll wait
True.
here to be summoned.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have a seat on the bench, actually.
We came to have a look at what the situation was for our mission.
Hmm.
You really want to hang behind, Captain?
Someone ought to.
Fair enough. Puff out my chest.
Galdren
Okay.
follows.
Alright, when you get to about here, these maidens will shift their positions to impede your approach.
I see.
They do not say anything. From this position, though, please make me a perception check.
Hmm.
He's still looking at his J's.
Alright, you will see that this individual moves forward, her hand raised in the air as magic starts to flow outwards from the large portal, coiling around her hand as she fires it down. And the flash of light in the center of this insidious sigil, chained upwards into the ceiling and walls, unnoticed by the shadows created from the flame of the larger demon, now illuminated clearly, you can see what you first think is a woman before you realize that they too are a demon. It is finally time. Long have I waited. You see this in
Oh,
area
God.
bound.
Yo. I'm surprised. Yo.
Okay,
Go ahead.
so this is what you see. Upon her body, you will see tattooed the holy sigils and litanies of Mytheria, the entirety of her brave conquest of demonkind, and the sheltering of the people therein, mockingly written across her very face. In front of her, a large bowl of holy water and censer salts lies boiling and bubbling. Trapped within her demonic form, it sizzles and crisps her skin before healing in a constant, torturous pain. You will see that the energy flies down from this individual up here and appears to be used to increase the potency of the portal. Right. What would you like to do?
I will glance over at my fellows. Well, we've seen her.
Our
Aye.
goddess in the flesh.
Things seem to
That
be
is
more
true.
complicated than I had thought.
I don't know if this is blasphemous, but she's pretty hot.
God dang it.
Flo?
Now is not the
I'm-
time. But seems we are not wanted anyways, as our guards were charged to move in as we approach. I do not think this is our time to speak with the mistress who runs this place.
Well, I want to be clear. They moved because they don't know who you are.
Right.
Yeah, they're not saying you
Never
can't move up. They're just blocking the path to do so. They're not close enough to beseech an audience yet.
Hmm.
Never mind.
Is that
I just saw
something
when
you'd
they
like
moved
to
here,
do?
I thought they were like fully like trying to stop us.
No, they're not being hostile. They are just moving into position.
We are still in the talking place, as it is at the moment.
We should be able to speak freely.
Arcadum. Does
Yeah.
the shard that I have feel any different?
You mean the prismatic shard?
Yeah.
It is thrumming softly.
Okay.
Is Mythos cape any different?
You mean his robe?
My robe?
Yeah.
Yeah, his cape.
Yeah, it's cape.
Not noticeably.
Hey, what we gonna do then?
Seek an audience. Gather information. It's what the captain would do as I shoot a glance over at the captain over my shoulder.
I'm very calmly filing my fingernails.
Guess I'll step up.
Won't hurt to try. Oh, that is a wall.
All right, when you get this close, they will cross their blades over the entrance, and one will look up. Mistress will look down. A singular eyebrow raises upon her head. She steps onto the air, as if walking on glass. Stands here before you. Okay. Oh god, I have to do this. I'm to dance for my coins. Give me a second.
Pulls out dollar bills. Be right back.
All right, here I go. What tasty morsels have come before me? Come now, come now. It is rude to linger in doorways.
Mistress, Magentos, I presume?
Megantos. But
Megan.
your pronunciation is expected from your mortal tongues. Luckily, most of you do not use them for talking around here.
Shield. Genevieve Lanternbridge, at your service.
Yes. I find it most humorous that someone of the Mytharian faith find their way so far from home. It is even more poignant when you know who it is behind me. I can see from your faces that the shock is not what I expected. It is as if you already knew. I find that to be interesting. Tell me, why have Mytharians made their way into the lioness's den and stand before me?
I will be honest, as I always endeavor to be. We have come to visit and to hopefully restore our goddess. I see you have some form of purpose for her, it seems.
Well, I would admit I did not expect you to simply tell me that you were going to do so. That, I must say, is unexpected. You amused me, little halfling. And how did you plan to restore your goddess, precisely?
Well, We're still working on that, I suppose. We were assessing the situation. Her situation. You might understand. We hoped to take her somewhere where she could be restored.
So you don't know how to restore her, is what you're saying?
Not yet.
But yet you sought to free her, then, yes?
That would be the goal. Of course, we didn't know what we'd find when we came here. And so, it seems we're at somewhat of an impasse.
I am a woman of exotic tastes, and I have never tasted such honesty before. It is imbecilic, and yet I find it entrancing. You know, I'm inclined to play a little game.
A game.
Yes, of course. All the best things in this life are worth playing for, wouldn't you say?
All the best things in life are worth risking for, if that's what you mean.
Now you understand. A little risk, a little game. Yes. Or I could just kill you all. But that doesn't seem as much fun.
Not very sporting, no. Tell me of your game.
Well, you wish to free your goddess from her chains. I will admit that over time, as pleasurable as her torture has been, it has not been very amusing as of late. She stopped crying some time ago. Her screaming's even longer hence, and now she stares at me with those vicious eyes, and I find her form is not quite so pleasing. I have tasted every part of it, and I can tell you it is quite bland. However, she must be taught a proper lesson. She chose to rise against her betters, and, as is the old ways, put down like a dog. If you wish to free her, my game is simple. A simple trade. The game is, what is it that you could possibly offer that would be worth a goddess?
That's the game?
Of course. I'd like to see you twist yourselves up to try and find something worth as much as her to give to me.
Browns. I'll be honest, once again, in my estimation, there are a few such things, and none of them come to mind.
Indeed, hence why the game is ever so fun. A riddle, a puzzle. Entrancing, isn't it?
I do like riddles. Tell me, since we're... Am I allowed to ask you questions as well?
Bold again! My word, I may just take you for a night of fun. I wonder, will you taste of strawberries? You will see a long tongue lick around her mouth and chin.
Luscious?
You may ask me questions, little halfling.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Essy.
This is great.
I don't mind. Go ahead.
I'm gonna tongue kiss you, man.
Get him. Get me. I mean, her. I don't know.
Remember?
Hello?
He's so flustered. Oh my god.
Hello?
Hello?
I'm here. I'm here. Mistress Magintosh. What would you trade for Mytheria?
Such a boring question. I thought you were going to ask me what we would do tonight. I cannot make the game so easy. No.
Yeah, I thought not. But, straightforward is,
I think a better question would be, what does she desire?
Oh, you want to play the game, Gideon? Please step forward.
What is that? You look like buttered cream whipped high. Ooh, you've got an aura of goodness about you. A foreign taste. I have grown ever so tired of these bland Corvonian flavors. We'll talk later, little dragon. The grown-ups are speaking, however. She will turn her gaze back to the halfling.
I'm thinking.
Take your time. The game is your move, after all.
Ginny, you could ask if there is a time limit on this game. We would have time to reconvene and try to find something that might appease her.
Mythos, do you play very many games?
Can't say that I have.
To leave is to lose.
We'll ponder on that for a bit.
The demoness smiles.
I have a question, madam.
God.
You will see her visibly cringe when you speak. Oh, what is that?
Tell her.
I'm an elf.
Oh, that's quite enough. No more.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. I was about the game.
You are
but-
still speaking.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
She's so mean. Mistress Magintosh.
She will look
What
at you.
brought you here?
An
What?
interesting question. What brought me here? Do you mean to this realm, or to the place in which I stand?
You decide.
Very well, I guess I'll
He
have to just
smiled.
answer both. I am here because I was called by the gate, much like many of the beings here, and I am standing before you because I am better than the rest.
I see.
Flo will tap Jenny and squat down to whisper to her. Maybe ask her if you want something that's good for her, if it would be painful for us to lose.
I think anything that is going to be good for her is going to be painful for us to lose. But that's beside the point. What do we have? What can we offer that's worth Mytheria?
He will bend down again. I have a couple of things in mind. He'll whisper to her. Possibly the shard, possibly the thing that Farryn's holding. We could start with those things. Maybe Mythos' cape, robe, whatever he likes to call it.
Mr. Flo, sometimes I find myself confused as to whether you actually see Our Lady, as she will gesture up to Mytheria in chains, as a goddess, or as something tradable for mortal, simple objects.
Are you speaking to that one? Come now, there's no good will come of that.
I can't help myself sometimes.
I know what that's like. Dark pleasures, taken with just the tiniest pang of guilt.
I'm not sure I follow, actually, on that one.
Oh, I'll be happy to show you.
Okay. No, well,
Fuck, dude.
I'm thinking.
Out of
What's the
character, I think
value?
he just doesn't like my drip.
What is the value of a person to you, Miss McIntosh?
Proper question. Well, it would be dependent upon their soul. A soul is usually a very boring, very simple thing. Most souls are hardly worth the bodies that they are slammed into. However, some souls become quite exceptional due to the fickle nature of fate, their own competency, things of that nature. Some souls are that much more delectable. Yes.
Would you say that such a soul would be of equal value or greater to one broken soul like that one? And I'll point at Mytheria.
Well, to me, probably. But to you, oh, no. That is not the game, little pigeon. The game is, what are you willing to trade for your goddess?
A deep, perhaps bordering on narcissistic side of me wants to say that I would trade myself for my goddess.
You think you are worth your goddess?
No, I don't. Not truly. I am not sufficient to replace Mytheria.
A pity. I might have taken you up on that offer, had you the confidence to stand by it. But you're right. You're not worth a goddess. At least, not as you are.
Ah, so we're talking about quantitative measurements now.
Qualitative, in fact.
Hmm.
You see, you are from, I presume, the Pale City.
That's right.
And I presume, from your heraldry, you have a family.
I do.
A large one, I take it, as most halflings are like rabbits.
Larger than some.
Well, here is what I think. An offering of yourself will be good in the short interim. But not enough for the full payment of a goddess. What I want is the loss you will feel in its exchange. Offer yourself and your family, and we may just have a deal. Besides, this one's divinity is all but spent. Her immortal body unable to produce the appropriate energy. She looks down.
I don't know.
My family has given their entire lives to the cause of Mytheria. If we could trade for this, it would be worth it.
How about a ancestral line?
If I wanted a dwarf, I would fuck a rock.
Hey, but I'm a stubborn rock.
Yes, and soon you'll be a dead one.
Ginny does not stop locking eyes with Mistress Magnetoss. She doesn't even bat an eye over to Galdren.
Well, well, well. An interesting turn of events. Very good indeed. Very well. I have some work to get done today, but the night ever beckons. You will prepare yourself for me. I want you clean and juicy.
I think she's going to eat you.
From Mytheria?
Oh,
Worth
yes. Do not fear about your goddess. She'll be watching.
Alright.
Fine. And I'll just walk past everyone else.
As you walk past, see you tonight. Alright, I'm gonna stop being sexy voice now.
That was so sexy.
No, don't walk away from me! No! He was gonna ask about the Jays! No!
What about Jays, dude?
No, my Jays!
Oh yeah, Mistress Magnetoss, I have a question for the game. What does Jays do? Haha.
Madam, wait. I have a question about these shoes. I was told you might be able to answer them for me.
Are you actually doing that?
Yeah, he got told to ask.
Oh, okay.
So you're gonna... No.
I was told.
Y'all are in the splash zone.
She will turn down and she will just point at you. Make me a wisdom saving throw.
All right, we love that. Wisdom saving throw. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Would you like to spend grit?
Yeah.
Cool. She'll roll her eyes. Make another wisdom saving throw.
All right.
Okay, would you like to spend grit?
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh my
Make
gosh.
another wisdom saving throw.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, we're gonna die.
I can do this shit at will, dude. It costs me no resources.
Oh my god. Are you just gonna keep pumping me until I walk off?
Yeah, I'm gonna drain you of all your grit first.
Oh, okay.
Okay, would you like to spend a point of grit?
Oh, grow? Yeah, I'd love this grow. Yeah, I guess fuck it.
Cool. Make another wisdom saving throw as you just keep yapping.
I mean, if she starts fucking with me, he'd walk off.
Oh, you're walking off? Okay, never mind then.
Yeah, I mean,
She does not answer you. She tries to
okay.
hold you in place.
Okay. She wasn't willing to talk to me.
Yeah, no shit.
Don't do that again.
These are some fucking worthless shoes. So you just walk by the bench, take the shoes, and just set them on the bench.
Hey, this has got a little complicated.
He just
So,
leaves them there.
Yes, it did.
I pick them up.
Yeah, please. If you weren't going to, I was going to.
I pick up the shoes.
Okay, good.
He's sitting
Also, was
beside
Farryn close enough to
Okay.
hear all that? Or do we need to fill her in?
You need to fill in, Farryn.
What does a 17 get me about the status of the room? Like, are there good hiding spots? Are there like
there's
other
lots
doorways?
there's lots of hiding spots. There's rafters. There's places in the stone. The place where Mytheria is bound, it doesn't really have any cover leaving up to it. The Black Maidens around you are stationed in the current space that you can see, but there's also some in the shadows of the ceiling and walls. The whole time that you've been talking, just demons and devils and daemons have just been walking in through the portal and just walking out of the cathedral, being assigned to various places.
Mm-hmm. Great. Okay, so a hard place to infiltrate. Cool. Thanks.
Hey. Yeah, you're not gonna like this, Captain.
Oh,
Let's be
I should
blunt.
probably
so
catch you up.
I never enjoy when people go against, my advice.
Well, the truth of it is, Ginny offered her whole Lanternbridge family, pretty much.
Of course she did.
You guys talk about that there, or do you leave?
I'm assuming leaving, but he does what he does. We got distracted by shoe stuff.
I suppose.
Walk and talk.
They're still playing with shoes.
Is Gideon still staring at me while I sit on this bench?
I'm waiting for you to move with the rest of us, yes.
Hey, Flo, let's get moving, please.
He'll piece of these fucking stupid ass shoes, and we'll pick them up and just walk off with it. He thinks to himself he's gonna throw these into the Ichor as soon as we get back.
Okay,
Nice,
so the
sounds like a
party
good idea.
returns to the Soul Market. Okay.
Ginny's just out here
Oh,
breathing
hold on.
heavily.
As you come out to this point, you will see that there is a black maiden standing here. He will point to Ginny.
Mm.
Beckon you.
You'll sigh.
When you are ready, Mistress requires you to be prepared for her. You may enter the exfoliation chamber when you are ready.
Very well.
Alright, that doorway's open now.
Gideon, can I talk to you for a second?
Sure. Yes.
I'm certain recent events have brought to light some consideration, I suppose, and I feel that I have been remiss towards you. It occurs to me that you seemed down when I implied that you were brought back to life for your usefulness alone, and I was rude. I have to thank you properly for being as helpful as you were in recovering my brother, Hill. You went out of your way to look like a drunk dope to distract, and I appreciate that. That means a lot to me because my brothers are basically, or, well, depending on what happens now, were basically my family's only expectable method of convenient marriage. As I'm in my 30s now, my chances of being convenient to anybody are low, which is why I'm so adamant in succeeding in this mission. I have to do something of note to smother out all the naysayers who question the Lanternbridge family and their resolve. There have been questions from all directions, for some reason, despite our resolve. And for helping my brother, I feel like I owe you. I understand that you might feel as though everything we've been through in the last year should make us friends, I guess, or even close friends, but I don't know. Being around you has always been chaotic. One minute you're a man with no memories, then you're a man with unreliable ones, and then you sprout wings and your foreign nature is just... You're frightening, and I'm sorry, and your skills are essential to the mission, and I would be lying if I wasn't truthful about how that's the thing that's kept us working together. We work really well together, I think. Good co-workers doesn't always mean good friends. I rely on you, okay? I even trust you.
Ginny, and he'll like squat down to get on her level, and he'll put his hand on her shoulder. You're rambling.
I do
are my friend.
Am I? What is friendship? Am I your friend? Maybe that's my own personal issue. I'll admit it. I don't know if I have friends. I don't know if I know how to make friends, Gideon. What do you mean by that? What do you mean we're friends, that you're my friend?
Have we not traveled together? Have we not broke bread together? I mean, you've seen me in the shower.
I've seen lots of people in the shower. What?
Raise an eyebrow at that. Look, Ginny, I do consider you a good friend. Maybe not a best friend or an extremely close friend, but a good friend. And I would help you out whenever you needed it. And you don't have to do this to try to quiet some naysayer who you don't even know. I would say if you really wanted to do this, do it for yourself and not for anybody else.
I don't know how to do that, Gideon. Do it for myself?
Well, is this something you really want to do?
Something everybody needs. It's something I can do. My family can do.
Do you really think your entire family would be willing to do this?
They should.
I'm back.
Well,
This is...
Go ahead.
I'm resolute. I felt like I needed to tell you that you're probably the closest thing to friends that I've gotten. If that's what we are. And I needed you to know before. And she'll kind of glance at the open passage. Take a very deep breath. That's all. I just needed to say it.
Well, I just want to say you are a lot braver than I am or probably ever will be for doing this. I wanted to speak up, but I was too afraid to.
In all fairness, she's not your goddess. She's mine.
It doesn't change the fact that I worshipped her. It doesn't change the fact that Thorn worships her. You
Thorn.
and all of you Mytharians have never felt the divinity of your goddess. And that's kind of why I'm here, is to
Speaking
give you all
of
that feeling.
Think Thorn hates me.
She might be upset, but I don't think she hates you. She
What do
probably
you-
hates me.
I doubt that, but what do you even like about her? She's like me. Super devout, aggressive, and yet you're a foreigner with big, freaky bat wings, and she apparently is tolerant of
Dragon.
that fact. What? What?
Dragon wings, not bat.
Whatever that is. Still, she tolerates that for some reason. What did you do to earn that?
I don't know. But if you really want to know why I love her, it's because she has an extremely caring heart.
She does. And
All she wants is for her people to be safe and happy. And she is willing to do almost anything for that.
if she was here, she would do the same as I would. And I have to admire her for that. After this, when you and the others take Mytheria home, where she belongs, I wish you two the best.
I'm not gonna try to stop you, Ginny. But if you decide to not do this, you will receive no judgment from me. We can figure something else out. There's honestly no guarantee that she'll hold up her end of the deal. But who knows, maybe she will.
I feel like the types of fiends that don't hold up bargains are not generally the ones that start spouting games and deals and trades. Seemed lawful enough to me. I'm the only one who loses.
I don't think that that's true. And as he says that, he'll reach into his pocket and pull out the green stone that he got from Trader's Hill, and he'll hand it to Ginny.
She'll take it and rub a thumb over it. Thank you.
You don't need to thank me. And he'll go give her a hug.
She'll hug back. It's weird. She does it anyway. She's still hugging her?
He'll let
It's a
go.
long hug. Oh,
He'll let go.
okay. Everyone, she'll take a deep breath. I suppose this is goodbye, and Captain, hope you'll enjoy the pleasure of completing a mission cleanly.
This is far from clean, Genevieve.
Kind of lock eyes with the captain.
Would you give me a moment of your time before you make another foolish mistake?
Sure.
Come with me.
Oh, you're going that way. Okay. Oh my goodness, your legs are so long.
Sit up here, please.
Okay.
And she'll pull from her pouch the tiny little makeup bag that she carries, a little rouge stick and a little bit of nail polish. And
Okay. Got a dirty, like, really scuffed up glove on it.
remove the glove, of course. Remember, we talked about this when you went on your date.
Captain, is this really necessary? They said something about A bath? And she'll begrudgingly remove the glove.
This won't wash off. But it
Oh.
gives us a chance to talk anyways.
Okay.
Why are you such an absolute relentless fool?
Well, I guess the best thing about being authentic, which is the word I'd rather use, there's no image to maintain. Some people like it and some people won't. But none of it concerns the truth of who I am.
Are you quite certain of that fact?
She'll kind of blink and think about it for a second. Yes? Yes.
No. In fact, you are upholding an image even now. An image of bravery.
Browns.
An image of self-sacrifice, perhaps. An image of worthiness. You're the only one alone who can handle the situation.
I'm the only one willing to handle the situation.
Also, incorrect. You're the only one willing to handle the situation in your way. Which is not the best way. Do you realize how much you have sold out to the demons?
It's worth freeing Mytheria, Captain.
Is it?
Is it not? Explain.
How many generations of your family did she ask for? Was there a date set in the future? Just the current generation?
She wasn't specific.
Precisely. What of all the hard work we've done to retrieve your brother and put him in safe hands, and you have willingly sold him out? That dedication to your family. You were so adamant before, and now you don't give a moment's thought?
Captain, this is the mission.
Bear with me, Genevieve. Answer the question.
I gave it thought.
And you arrived so quickly at your conclusion.
The others who choose wrong. This is the right choice. And if the rest of my family was not willing to give us up in exchange for our goddess to be returned to where her rightful place is, then they'd be making the wrong decision, Captain. This is the right decision.
What makes your family more special than anyone else's?
Nothing.
Then why will it work? Why is it worth what a goddess is worth?
Because I would lose, I presume. And you know that I hate to lose.
You and me both. Why would the mistress be willing to uphold her end of the bargain?
That's what they do. Isn't it?
Is it?
We've studied.
What do you remember of your studies of demons, Genevieve?
How to kill them. Many of them are weak to the light. They're immune to a variety of things, such as necrotic energies and etc. And some of them are fond of deals, which we should never take them up on. Except this is an exception, Captain. This is Mytheria.
No. This is not quite the moment of exception. Did you require her, in any way, shape, or form, to hold to the truth? Is she that type of demon? There are certain ones, yes, that are more lawful than others, but did you do any sort of gathering of information before you willy-nilly signed your life away.
Suppose not.
As always, Genevieve, a fool.
And
She'll
you're
move
too
her
hesitant,
other
Captain.
hand.
Your hesitance made the bell into the staff that is now. That mission could have been simpler. This mission could be simpler. I'm tired of hesitating, Captain. I'm tired of half winning, half succeeding. If I can lose, personally, for the good of the entire world, then me losing is worth it.
Don't get the wrong idea. Fewer people would be more excited to lose you and your family than I. But I do not think...
Couldn't help
that
yourself,
loss-
could you?
No, of course not. But I do not think that loss is entirely what would be best for the continent. You were concerned whether or not Miss Thorne hates you. Well, this certainly will make her hate you. She might not now. She will afterwards.
I have until tonight.
You do. Which means we have until tonight. Figure a different solution. Do not mistake my hesitancy for anything other than what it is. Information gathering, planning, and a successful approach.
I'll play your game for now.
At least until the last moment.
Well, when that last moment comes, I hope you're ready to tell me that I was right.
Only if it works.
Do you want to go help that Monosuke guy with his thief problem? While we think about it?
Are you allowed to leave?
I'm allowed to go in. She didn't say anything about leaving.
I don't know. You've rather shot things ahead of where they should be. And I'm no longer certain that helping Mr. Monosuke would, in fact, be beneficial to us anymore.
I believe in a direct approach.
Yes, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line, but when that line goes through walls, instead of taking the door...
I like the idea of going through walls.
It
Walls are
unbalances
such-
the stability of a structure, Genevieve.
Yes, they're such frustrating things that get in the way of you and an objective. You have to wait for somebody to have a door or a window. Just being able to charge through feels good.
Why can you not think around the problem? Go around the wall, go over the wall, go under the wall.
Well, I'm waiting for your thoughts then.
I think you've worked us into rather a tight little box.
I've worked me into a tight little box.
No, Genevieve. You're part of a team, and it all reflects back on me. You've worked us into the box with you. If it doesn't work, you have, ever so thoughtfully, foiled our entire plan. You've let them know what we're up to. You've let them know we don't know what we're doing, if what Mr. Galdren and Mythos explained to me is accurate. You have sold yourself and your entire family lineage out to the demons, which, mind you, they're rather high-ranking in the church.
And anyone worth their salt would be willing. Captain.
And if this doesn't work, and the mistress does not uphold her end of the bargain, then we are down one very annoying halfling, who is unfortunately necessary to the survival of our team. You're one of our
No,
only healers.
I disagree entirely, Captain. If I can free her, then the rest of you simply have to take her and then sing Mr. Marlowe's song, and whoop, you're out. Free, safe, all in the clear.
Genevieve, remind me how long Mr. Marlowe's song took to sing the first time?
Like 5 seconds? It's not very long, and it doesn't even rhyme.
Was it not a 10-minute teleportation thing?
No, it's literally three verses. Very, very short verses.
The song doesn't take a long time to sing, but the magic does.
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah.
No, Genevieve. The song itself was short and discordant.
And furthermore, just to kind of help you, you're in a place where teleportation might not be a good idea.
Yeah, no, understandable. But I don't know that.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you know.
Yeah.
If you'll remember, we sat around for quite some time discussing whether or not it had worked before it actually did take effect. Secondly, if they had the ability to see us when we were hidden, there is a chance that whatever magics we use here would misfire. Or they would have the ability to just stop it outright.
Captain, I understand that your hesitant, fearful approach has kept you alive this long. But my fury has kept me. And I'm angry. And I'm tired of being angry.
Channeled your anger in so many better ways, Genevieve. As I do.
I do. In any case, are you nearly done?
Nearly, yes. What would you have me do, Genevieve?
Was that the end of your question?
Yes. Did it not come through? Did my mic falter?
No, what would I have you do?
Yes.
About what?
About this box you have worked us into. Obviously your plan is not going to work.
Captain, if I may, every plan we've ever made has fallen apart the moment we were in the field. Darklake? We planned and planned. And in the end, the whole place exploded into chaos, there were aberrations everywhere, and we wound up having to run in and fight anyway, which is what I would have done day one. This is no different. This is no different.
It is different.
If anything, use the time that I'm away, and Miss Magentos is distracted. She blushes. And if you're not secure in the idea that she'll trade Mytheria over, then go in and take her.
Exactly do you expect tonight to work? Do you think she will see you in some private area?
No, she said that Mytheria would be watching.
And how distracted do you really expect her to be with you?
I can be distracting, Captain.
Farryn just raises an eyebrow.
What? You don't think I've never done things? Swallows.
Oh, God.
I'm quite certain you haven't.
I have. I definitely have.
Did your voice
Yes.
break when you said that? So that
Yeah.
I have.
I'm acting, guys. I'm acting.
Oh yes, I watched how well you went with Mortimer. Very convincing, Genevieve.
That wasn't my fault. That was going well. We shared cookies, and that was gonna go good.
And now he's dead. I'm sorry. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't have another plan, Captain. I went in there and I talked to her.
Yes, and you said the first thing off the top of your tiny head.
The first thing is often the right thing, in my experience.
Very rarely, in my experience, has that ever been the case.
Captain, I rarely see you walking around with a smile. So it's hard to believe, to me, that your methods work. You seem stressed. And despite the circumstances, I feel strangely at ease.
You're a fool, Genevieve. Don't go into the chamber until the last moment. And Farryn walks away.
All right.
Are her nails done well?
Of course.
Nice.
And then Zhu, while they're still over there talking as they left, as Mythos is gonna approach Gideon, and in probably the most out of characteristic way he's ever been, he will literally
Kiss
just
him on the
throw
mouth. Damn it!
throw his hands on Gideon's shoulder and just be like, Gideon, please, I've been racking my brain trying to figure out what to do with this. No matter what circumstance I can think through, there's only one thing, but it's not something we can lend to the demons. You're the only one here with your knowledge of the foreign lands and what these entities you mentioned before are that could possibly have any way of knowing or gaining knowledge of what the thing we have can do. And he'll make a slightly obvious gesture to make it show that he's talking about the shard. Miss Ginny was so quick with her retorts to the demon, and we found ourselves in a terrible circumstance, but is there anything you can tell us about what this thing can do? We all witnessed its power together. We know how strong it can be, but you're the only one who would be able to help figure out how to use it to its fullest potential.
Mythos, if I knew something, I would have done it. I don't know what this is.
Could you not beseech your god? You said before, Runetheris, he is the god of knowledge. Is there not anything he could give you to help us?
I can ask, but there's no guarantee I'll get an answer, Mythos. This isn't exactly a place ripe with his followers.
Oh, get slightly dejected and just say, I know. It's not the best circumstance, but it's constantly the only thing that comes back when trying to find a solution to this. I don't know what to do. We can't let Miss Ginny sacrifice herself like that. And that's not even assuming that this demon even follows through with what she promised. There's nothing else. Every solution I try to think of, every path I try to analyze, that's the only source, that mystery and extent of power would even remotely allow us to get through this.
He'll kind of gently push you away a little bit, like just like grab onto both sides of your shoulders, and he'll look at you in your eye. Mythos, I will try, but I can't promise anything, and this is her choice.
No. I want to be able to do something for once.
I think you need to give yourself a little bit more credit. You brought me back.
Yes, but that was only a stroke of luck thanks to the strength of you and the others. Without Galdren's final stand, I wouldn't even have been in a position to do that. Without Flo's skills and sneaking, we wouldn't have gotten as far as we have. As controversial as her opinions might be sometimes to the rest of the party, without the captain's wit, we probably would not have gotten this far either. Without your strength and fighting skills, and without Miss Ginny's healing, none of this would have ever came to be. But for me, this whole time, I've only been able to sit back and watch. And we won't get a second opportunity after this if it goes bad. I want to find a solution so we can all get out of this alive. But at this point, all I can bet on is a Hail Mary with this artifact we have, and hoping that in some way its power can aid us.
I understand your desperation. I truly do. And again, I will try. But sometimes there's only one course of action to take. And a lot of times those comes at a cost. So just, I guess, let's find a quiet place out of the way, and I'll see what I can figure out.
Gideon, I feel like this might be our only hope. And as heretical as it might sound, may our god Runetheris, may his light and his knowledge find a way to shine brightly through this darkness. And then that's it. Mythos is going to spend time trying to compose himself.
Okay. Flo, you said you walked off, right?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay, where'd you go? Where'd you go?
You went up to the pool.
Oh, he went to go bang that demon.
Yeah, that's what he did.
He's off to bang a demon.
All right,
I'm
go
sitting
ahead.
at the edge of the Icor.
Go ahead.
So am I.
That was just...
Lamau.
Lamau.
Flo will stare into the Icor pits. And we'll just take out the shoes and put it on the side and just stare into the deep black and contemplate. And then he'll take off his mask. Again and again and again. I have almost spent 300 years trying to repent for my family's sin, and the moment I can finally do something positive for our goddess, I'm worthless. Good for Ginny that she even has a family to sacrifice. What she did was noble. I'm the only one left. I couldn't do shit when it mattered. Now that I'm here, what good am I? I let alone can't fucking find out what these damn shoes are, let alone save my goddess. He'll pull out his the hammer his father and mother made for him. What good am I to make redemption of my family if what I fought so hard for, and the tenets I've kept for almost 3 centuries, and the goddess was in front of me and I could do nothing. I can't fight or die a fruitless death. And he will look up and close his eyes. When it's all said and done, Matheria, forgive me for not being able to save you when it mattered. And for those who were more fortunate than me, gave everything to save you, and with a man with nothing, there was nothing left to give. And he'll put his mask back on and pick up the shoes and throw them into the Ichor. I'll turn around and contemplate throwing the hammer.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
One moment, please.
Oh, god dang it.
Yes.
Wait, where's Flo?
Oh, I just wanted to have a sad moment, and now I'm about to set off a bomb.
Yes, I told you those shoes were the most powerful artifact in all of Corvanus, and you just fed it directly to the source of the demons.
A giant fart cloud goes out. Everybody falls asleep.
Who knows how much exposure those shoots had?
They're 1 exposure.
Oh.
We don't know that. We couldn't identify him.
Yeah,
I mean, Arcadum told us it's a 1 exposure.
That might be when you don't know what they do.
Could be.
All right.
Good moment.
As you throw the shoes into the Ichor, as you turn to leave, you will notice something that was not there before. You will notice, sitting here, stone steps, a pair of black dice.
Oh, god.
And he'll walk over. Okay, hold on. I'm trying not to meta the fuck out of this. He'll walk over and, what are these things? And he'll pick up the dice.
You hear it, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
The dice feel like they weigh more than they should. Images start to flicker across the black Ichor. No voice speaks, but a dark feeling walks in the shadows behind you. And so, a single pair of black dice, lamenting your fate for the black Ichor and making a proper offering. The fiends in this realm have a broker for such trade. And now, you hold what is exchanged. Then you hear, softly, whispered within your ear,
If you don't like your fate, boy, change it.
and that's it.
Essy, how am I supposed to do that?
There is no response.
Are there any markings on these dice?
White pips, marking the numbers, but nothing else.
Well, might as well keep them, I guess. If I'm bored tonight, I could just throw fucking dice. Papa was a little bit of a gambler back then. That's what Mama hated about him. Well, at least it was until I burned him to death.
Meanwhile, anybody else want to do anything?
Galdren,
Aye, Ginny.
did you see where the captain went?
He went.
She did my nails, and then she only did one hand and kind of.
You know what?
left.
I didn't see where she went.
Huh.
Hey, by the way, take this. You're gonna need it.
What? What?
He passes you a rune stone.
But, oh. What?
Because where
does
you
it
go,
mean?
well, where you're going, I cannot help you here. You're in your own world of pain. You're going towards. So maybe you might break through it and overcome it. So perhaps that rune will help you most.
That means a lot. I haven't known you very long, but every exchange with you has been a positive one, Galdren.
No, me a positive force.
I'm sorry, I do think it's very funny that he's just like, here, have this rock.
Have this rune. Oh, thanks.
It's so
Is
funny.
is the rune is the rock going to be helpful?
It's dangerous
Nope.
to go alone. Take the special rock.
Take the
I
special rock.
already gave her a special rock.
Like it's so dwarfy.
Yeah, all these boys just keep giving Ginny rocks.
True.
Galdren,
That must mean they like her.
I guess one tidbit to know is that for Gideon and for Ginny now, when it comes to the runes that he's given, they're ones that are on his face. Like he bears on his face.
Cool.
Take my face rock.
So
Did he headbutt the rock?
He just gave you a selfie, dude.
I like knowing what things are and what the deal is.
So,
Is your rock tied to something?
who knows? My ma is the one who taught me these ones. She was the one who did the ones on my face. That's... Yeah. She was a talented runesmith, she was. In Mornhall. Yeah.
It's funny to me. People keep handing me things.
Well, what do you expect? What you just did in that room. There's no taking it back.
I understand that. I promised the captain that I would wait until nightfall before making good on the decision, I suppose.
Aye.
No reason to rush it, I think.
You are a stubborn one, I'll give you that. You have your strength, your faith.
Smiles.
I just hope it will aid you in whatever depravity befalls with that mistress of her.
I'm trying not to think about that part. Galdren, if you were in the same position,
Aye.
if you could change everything, free a goddess, bring her light back to an entire people, would you not do it?
Hey, that's a tough one, but
It is. It's tough. It's hard.
if I had your faith like you have, and I probably would be in a similar situation, but faith has not really worked out for me in my life. So that's why I'm not going to try. I may have tried to stop you back there, but your offer was too much more than what I could have offered. So maybe it does take a special individual like yourself with such faith from Etheria to break her free, help release her.
Can I ask you a somewhat personal question, I suppose? This would be enlightening, I think.
Aye, sure.
Why do you say faith hasn't worked out for you?
Redemption was my life. That's my goal, my task, everything I've ever done. I tried to go to faith to help mend such things, but that never happened. So I just abandoned it for a very long time. But under the circumstances of being a part of this bloody group, oh my god, I would never have thought in my 98 years of living so far that I would experience any of these things. But above all else, the faith you all somewhat share between each other is pretty dang strong. And that is... I'm envious of that.
Galdren, pardon if you take this as rude, but I think you might have been approaching faith wrong.
It could have been.
Faith isn't about redemption for you. Faith is about redemption for others and what you can do to bring about that redemption. And then you trust your God to do what they can do.
Aye.
I suppose I couldn't really say this to the captain, because I know that she would simply scoff at my naivete or whatever.
Yeah, she does do that quite a bit, it seems.
I have absolute faith in Mytheria. And if I do this, then I will be doing it to redeem others. And from that point forth, I'll trust my goddess to do her part.
Aye.
And
I may not...
if she can do nothing for me and my family, then so be it. Our sacrifice will have been worthwhile.
I may not share much faith in gods, but I have faith in you. So, do what must be done, I say.
I'll trade you then for this rock. And she will pull from around her neck her shield medallion. My mother gave me this when I graduated from training.
Are you sure you want to give me this? Are you sure?
Where I'm going? I don't know how much I'll need it. Besides, it's a symbol. And I wear Mytheria on my heart, not on my belongings.
Aye, that you do. Well, I'll keep hold of it.
I like you, Galdren. You're all right. And she'll kind of pat you on the shoulder.
Do take care of yourself. Whatever may come.
I'm gonna wait and sit for the captain who has gone who knows where. So I'll wait patiently and see if she has some other plan.
Sounds good. Where is Farryn? Where did Farryn
She
go?
went south again.
Yeah, where you going, Farryn? What you doing? What
I'd
you
like
up
to go talk to the mistress if that's okay.
Well,
I knew it. I didn't see shit.
Want to go get into some trouble, I see.
You know it.
Right about now. Up, beat, bubba, give it up now.
While she's doing that, is there a place that I could find that's like that I could fly up to that's kind of secluded away from people? Or from demons, I should say.
No.
No.
There's nowhere secluded from demons around here.
Demons can also fly.
Yeah.
Demons can also fly.
Just
They lurk.
I mean, you could be
go, like,
somewhat
right there in the
alone,
little
but
center area.
secluded from demons? No, that's not possible. But you can probably find somewhere where there's less of them, I suppose.
okay.
Anyway, what you doing, Farryn?
Well, I will just walk up to the mistress. If possible.
All right,
Yes,
as you walk up, you will see that she is currently speaking to one of her black maidens, and then she will look down and will say,
Oh, another visitor. She'll wave the black maiden away. How may I help you, mortal?
Good evening, Mistress Megantoss. I had a few questions about tonight's ordeal concerning the halfling. If I may be so bold to ask them.
You mean the little strawberry?
Yes.
Oh, I do ever so love questions, but keep them brief. I have a lot of work to get done.
Of course. I mean no disrespect, but how exactly is tonight going to proceed?
Oh, of course. Well, after she's prepared, she'll be taken to the what is the mortal word for that? The voyeur theater? Voyeur, I believe, is the word in mortal. Where several of my special guests, esteemed colleagues, you of course are invited, and dear Mytheria, she looks over her shoulder, shall get a front row seat to the tasting of the strawberry. I imagine the ordeal will last about 3 hours, unless she dies early.
If she were to die, would that not negate the deal?
Oh, no, absolutely not. Besides, I will simply revive her and do it again.
I see. And, it was explained to me rather poorly on the way out. The deal was for the release of Mytheria back into our custody?
Indeed. when I am done.
Ah, I do have a question about that. When exactly will that be? After the 3 hours?
Oh, probably when she breaks. I imagine she'll last a few years. She seems strong-willed.
Ah, I wondered if there was some other detail that had not been discussed.
She isn't very wise.
No, I'm not surprised you picked up on that. In that case, I do hate to bring this up, but unfortunately, she did not have permission to play such a game. I'm her commander, and I did not authorize her.
Are you?
Yes.
Very well. How shall I put this? Your chain of command is inapplicable to demonic law. Insomuch of, I don't care.
I understand as much. I merely wondered if you would perhaps accept a different trade.
Alright, make me a persuasion check.
Hold on, real quick. This is my first social check with a person.
Ooh.
Can I enter, what's it called? Shoot, I forgot the name of it. Confession.
Confession?
Can I enter confession and up my persuasion?
Oh boy. You won't use some features, huh?
I'd like to, now that I have them.
Does a line of coke. Alright, go ahead.
Okay, cool. There we are. I am now adding my character level to my persuasion. And also, apparently gaining detect bots. Ooh.
Yes, would you like to employ that?
Sure. Why not?
Okay. I need you to make me an immediate wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
After the persuasion check, of course.
Well, there's the persuasion check. Is this against a... hold on. Let me double check to make sure I'm doing that right. Is this against a magical effect?
No.
Okay.
Is it against a mind
This is
effect?
because you're looking into her mind and she is thinking about fucked up shit.
Whoops.
Alright, your stomach becomes a little bit queasy as you are literally looking into the mind of somebody who is imagining all of the different ways in which she can perform violating sexual acts upon you. And wondering if you'll be more fun than the halfling.
Farryn swallows uncomfortably because that's kind of what she's hoping for. Yep.
Oh boy!
Hoping that she can be persuaded. Anyway, I rolled 25 on my persuasion.
She will say, I'm listening. And in the background, just moaning and screaming and whip sounds, and it's intense.
This lady Slanesh.
Farryn will swallow once.
I mean, she's a
and-
succubus, like, that's
yeah,
what they do.
Yeah. And will boldly continue as she always does. Well, as you might have understood, the halfling is not just unwise, but also hasty. And young. She has not had the time to actually understand what true loss is, or true pain, or perhaps even what true sacrifice is. In these fields, I suspect that my particular experiences and expertise would be more enjoyable. But also, before we continue, before perhaps you accept this deal, I would rather rework the details of Mytheria's release, if you were to accept my offer instead.
And what offer is that? You've only told me of how distasteful I would find Ginny, you said her name was? So we'll have
No.
to change that.
Genevieve, yes.
And furthermore, perhaps you might not understand, it is the very reason that she has not known true loss that I find it so delectable. She really thinks that her brave and courageous action will save Mytheria, and her family's sacrifice will be noble. I wonder if she will break before or after she has half-blooded tiefling children. Yes. Probably after, I would think, because then she'd have to watch them die. Your offer?
I apologize if I was unclear. My offer was to take her place.
She will look you up and down. You.
Yes. Me.
Well, you are more woman, I suppose.
Indeed.
She will then summon a stone to sit upon. Slowly cross her legs. Convince me.
Farryn rolls her shoulders once. May I have a moment to think out of character?
Go ahead, Essy.
Oh, thank you.
Think dark, depraved thoughts. I know it's going to be hard for you, but, yeah.
Yeah, give me a moment, please.
Take a second.
I'm gonna withhold all of my knowledge on this topic. I can't. Oh my gosh, I'm thinking thoughts.
Don't think them.
I can't. No, I'm done. I'm thinking them now. They're all over the place.
He's read all the things in her little black book of fan fiction.
For real, like, if you ever want to know how like, if you want to know how a lady thinks like that, just look at her Kindle selections. I'm telling you, man, that's where it is.
Kind of funny.
That's where it is.
And Essy does read a lot of books.
Does anyone mind if I deafen for just a little bit?
Sorry, go ahead, go ahead.
Oh no, she's coming to beat me up. Oh no, guys, save me!
If Waymaker mutes, we know what's happening.
But I'm not wrong.
You're not wrong. Essy doesn't read those kinds of books. No, I should. I'm just gonna keep all that to myself.
Yeah? Yeah?
Yep.
You digging a hole.
Oh, you see, the thing is, you can't cut off halfway.
Put down the shovel,
Yep.
dude.
You were just gonna be like, oh, she just reads a lot of nerd books, normal stuff,
Have you
then you
seen
stop
those
halfway.
recent dragon books? They've got stuff in them, guys.
What, the Game of Thrones dragon?
No.
Oh, my.
I think they're called like Fourth Wing or something. I
I
haven't
don't need
read
to know
them.
what kind of spicy books Essy reads. I have a problem what Essy's like, and it needs to stay that way.
To give Essy more time, do we want to switch over to my prayer, or do we just want to continue doing it? It doesn't matter to me.
Sure, if you want to do your thing, then we can do that.
Yeah, sure.
She's gonna need to give that a good think.
Yep. Got to sit in the thinking chair for that one.
All right, where are you? Where's your token? Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's go up here on this rock.
Yeah, it's all good. The bat flaps away,
There's just two imps over there watching you.
They're like, oh, his wings are so much cooler than ours.
Yeah, I know. Bask in all my glory. All right.
One of them shits.
Step over here. So he'll get down on his knees, and then under his left breastplate, he'll reach up and lift it up and pull the shard out and hold it in his hand. Lauren Rutheris, I need your guidance now more than ever. I need your knowledge. I need your wisdom. We're so close. to accomplishing this mission. But the cost of it, I don't think Ginny is prepared for. Is there anything that I can do with this that can help us? Please, Lord.
Faith check. D20 plus 4.
Okie dokie. I think I'm gonna use my inspiration on that. Yeah. I'm gonna re-roll that one. That's fucking okay. 11 it is.
One moment.
Seek out Mikael.
Who fought away?
This is not the way.
Man, can't believe a 7 and an 8. That's that makes me sad.
Damn.
I think every time I rolled Faith when I was playing as a paladin dude, I rolled like asshole.
Anybody else has an inspiration they want to give up?
Let that 7 ride.
I got some dice for you, big guy.
No, thank you. I've already rolled those once.
Are you sure? Are you sure you want to roll them again?
Yeah, but see, now you know what they do.
Yeah, you want to roll them again, big guy? My last character knew what they did. This one, no fucking idea. He's gonna shoot dice like his dad and see what happens.
We're collecting so much, like, so many different
The funny thing is you rolled that die for me there, brother.
That's true. I did.
Yeah.
It's for you.
There is a response.
Oh.
Mm.
As you finish your prayer, Gideon, the mountain will darken, and for a moment you feel you are not alone. Your breath seems to grow shallow. A presence can be felt. The two nearby imps flee in terror. From the shadow, you hear this.
That which is broken must be made whole. Two becomes one, and a dawn rises. Runetheris won't answer you here, son of Kalkatesh.
With that, the shadow fades as quickly as it became. Make me a religion check there, Gideon. You have advantage. With a 23, you can feel the power within you surge and twist within, but not of your Lord's call. There is only one being that would know you to be a son of Kalkatesh, that is conjured here amongst all these fiends, though his voice was faint and his form unmanifested. I believe you have just been graced by the voice of Babylon.
Well, unexpected, but strangely not surprised. Well, only time will tell if I make the right choice. And I'll fly down.
Essy back.
Yeah, but I'm waiting for the scene to end.
Meanwhile, back in the fucking portal room.
So, I suppose there are several ways in which you might be enticed. For example, I have never had a chance to experience true happiness. I suppose you stealing this from me might be tempting, or perhaps you could even show me what true happiness is. It is your line of work in a certain aspect, is it not? I have known loss and pain, but surely yours would be more succulent. What else? I'm stronger and more experienced than Genevieve in quite a few aspects. You would certainly get more mileage out of me, and I do have centuries more life to give than the unlived halfling. I have several failures you could continue to lord over me, not to mention the failures of loss, which you seem so intent on. My losses could potentially be seen as greater than Genevieve's. Shall I continue?
You will see the demon begin to tap her chin, considering your words. Her red eyes will gaze past the veneer of your face, and you will feel through your confession as you dance within her atrocious and degenerate thoughts. Her own mind weighs down upon you like an ocean. She searches your feelings and pierces your veils. I have a very important question, and I need you to answer it in DMs.
Oh, okay. May I say one final thing?
Sure.
Okay. But as a final note, my training as an Inquisitor, it included how to withstand torture. You might find that I take longer to break, and if that is something you enjoy, the thrill of the hunt, as it were, before you successfully catch your prey. Oh, it is easy enough to break a body, of course, but breaking one's mind, much harder. Yours to consider. And then she feels the pressure in her head. Ugh.
I'm waiting for her to respond, chat room. Just give us a second.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, we will just listen to the excellent sounds of whipping in the background. Good. Hiya!
Alright. The demon will respond with, yes, perhaps. But your words are just that. They are words. It is true that maybe you're as worthwhile as you claim to be. Therefore, we shall play a game. You shall attend to us during tonight's festivities. And you, whilst I am pleasured, show me the links of your happiness. Show me the links of your usefulness. If you can make more screams from the halfling than I, then perhaps I will consider you as a replacement. If not, well, then I shall take you both. What do you say to that, elf?
I would agree on the condition that Mytheria be immediately released to the remainder of our companions, and not withheld for a few more years. If it is not too bold, of course, mistress.
Very well. But after the night is through. And if you fail to impress me, then I shall revert to my original deal with the halfling.
Understood.
Now, if you're quite finished, I have a lot of work to get done. She'll wave you away.
Farryn will take her leave.
Ooh, I'm about to do some dark rules. Fuck.
All right, guys,
Excellent.
I gotta get dressed. I gotta head to work. So y'all take care.
Later, Merciless.
Take
See you later, buddy.
Bye.
Is that late already?
Yeah, it's 7:30. I gotta be at work at 8. So,
Oh.
Alright, buddy.
y'all take
We'll
care.
try
Best of
not to
luck.
die.
Well, I mean, just sitting on a crate next to you, so here's my. You can
He's
take control of
kicking
my
his
character in case something happens.
He's
Or
kicking his
Gideon.
feetsies.
Don't worry, Merciless. I'll take on Flo. Yes. By her light, I will save her.
Oh, he's depressed right now, dog.
The
I don't
die
know about
have
that, man.
spoken.
No.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now it's, oh, my J's.
My James.
My Jays. Yeah, go ahead, ask him. I want you to talk to yourself and ask him where the Jays went. Gideon. Alright, gotta go.
See you later.
Yep.
Later.
Go on, buddy. Okay. Well, does anybody else want to do anything? Or is it time for Jenny to get nice and dolled up for Mistress?
Captain's returned, and it is later than it was.
As Farryn returns, she'll see Gideon fly down.
So, did anything happen while I was away?
He'll kind of, like, put his hand behind his neck. Kinda?
Kinda what?
Well,
Is there an answer, Gideon?
In answer to what?
Technically, yes, but one
Physical
that
look.
but from an unexpected but not surprising source. It wasn't my god, it was another one.
Farryn looks wildly unimpressed.
Sounds unpromising, Gideon.
One of the ones we've spoken to before?
No. Different one.
My goodness.
He'll kind of look around and get a little bit closer, and he'll whisper, Babylon.
Farryn will whisper right back. That means nothing to me.
Who?
Right. The Lord of Demons.
She will just look at you incredulously. Why would you pray to such a being?
I didn't.
Oh,
But
goodness.
we're in the middle of a demon waste at a demon camp, so I can't say I'm surprised.
Oh, goodness. And this is why false gods should not be... Gideon.
Ginny will hop off the rock that she's been sitting on. Well, I suppose that does it. We have no other better plans or recourse.
Well, what he said, though, was that which is broken must be made whole, two becomes one, and the dawn rises.
That's
Lovely. A riddle.
not even a riddle, Captain. It's missing, like, 2 whole pieces.
And what
That's-
2 pieces are it missing?
A riddle gives clues. This is nonsense prophecy sounding stuff.
I think I know what it means, but I would rather have another mind also.
The
on it.
unfortunate thing about prophecy is it very rarely is understandable until the thing that it references has already been.
Well, we already know how prophecies go. Remember, Mikael? But if I'm guessing correctly, if we reunite Matheria with you-know-what, maybe that's what we need to do.
Gideon. Repeat after me, and take my hand, please.
Okay, I'll take your hand.
Oh, it's holding hands now.
This is given to you to protect you from the waste. Say it, Gideon.
This was given to you to protect me in the wastes.
You will no longer shed risen blood.
You will no longer shed risen blood. He'll start to raise an eyebrow.
And you will use this to lead the team well.
And you will use this to lead the team. What is this, Farryn?
You're not very good at this, but nonetheless, you've
She's
said
trying
it.
to get you to take an oath, Gideon.
Then why
And-
did she say repeat after me?
That is...
She'll, like,
Hold.
slap a hand to her forehead.
Big hold. Gideon, although these Corvanian fucks might not know what that is, you're from Kalkatesh. You know what power oaths have, and that is not how you do one. Nor should she be fucking around with that. Go ahead.
What are you doing, Farryn?
To hold on to the artifact or not.
Why would I need to hold on to the artifact? What are you doing?
Gideon, if you no longer wish to hold it, I understand. I will ask someone else, but I must hold you accountable to the same standards that the false deity held me to, before I will let you hold it. I do not think it would be best for me to have any such artifacts on my person tonight, considering the trial that Genevieve is about to endure.
What does that have to do with you?
I am your captain, Genevieve. I have been to speak with the mistress. She requires my presence.
What?
Why?
What do you mean, why?
You're supposed to be taking Matheria and leaving, Captain.
You really are a fool. Gideon, do you accept or not?
You... He'll kind of...
Is there some other way you would prefer to say the standards before you accept the artifact?
I mean, you're asking me to make an oath, and that's a big deal. That's not a promise, that's an oath, Farryn.
What's wrong with this promise? Not killing Risen?
I don't understand. Protection from the wastes, not killing Risen. It's what I agreed to. Why will you not agree to it?
I'm just saying that there is power in oaths, Farryn. A lot of power, and it's not something to be taken lightly.
Obviously not. That is why I have not let anyone touch the artifact since it came into my belonging. Perhaps I'm not following.
Look, where I am from, when you take an oath, you are held to it. To the letter. Not just between you and the person, but to a god themselves of the oath. And when you break it, bad things happen.
Then break it. Is it not that simple?
It's true.
Besides, I apparently am already under some such oath, or at least I imagine I am, considering what I accepted from that false crow god. And if that is the case, then I presume I am doing well, since I have not broken it. I just want you to be able to use the artifact should I not be able to.
Gotta think on it for a second. Are you sure you want to do what you're planning on doing?
Yes.
Yes, what do you plan on doing exactly? How have you changed my deal, Captain?
I believe I shall keep that a secret for now, Genevieve.
No. Put it on the table. I deserve to know.
I believe I told you before we started this mission, no more secrets.
Ugh, that again.
If you want our trust, you
Yes,
can't
that
keep
again.
secrets from us.
I need to know what I'm in for. I thought I was prepared, and now you've done something, and I've been involved in you doing things before.
Yes.
Everything changes, and I need to be mentally prepared for what's coming.
I believe it would be best if you weren't mentally prepared, Genevieve.
Bullshit.
That's the
Language.
first time I've heard Ginny cuss.
Frowns.
I was
Well, it
able...
doesn't seem like you've changed the plan for me, so perhaps I should just go get ready.
I was not able to change all of it, Genevieve, no. Some of tonight must go through as planned. But I was able to rework some of the details that you did not ask about. Hopefully, in our favor, should all go well tonight.
I'm not counting on it. Except for the one thing.
Please don't disappoint me. I know I've said that
You.
many times and been immediately disappointed, but...
Goodbye, Captain.
Bye, Genevieve.
I'm ready.
Oh boy! Alright, they take you into the exfoliation chamber. You know that scene from Mulan? Where they sing this is what you give me to work with? Well, honey, I've seen worse. Well, instead of a bunch of old aunties, it's a bunch of fucking demon women
Nice.
dolling you up.
Oh, good.
Meanwhile, what are the rest of you up to?
Gentlemen, I went in to check because I had concerns that Genevieve had not thought about the details of her deal, and I was correct. The mistress would not have allowed Mytheria to be free for another several years, even after Genevieve's sacrifice, which, of course, would serve us no purpose. So, in an attempt to remedy that, I offered myself in her place. Unfortunately, it was not exactly enough, and Genevieve must still go through the trials of tonight. But I do not quite know how to say it. But if I can make Genevieve less happy than the mistress can, then she will accept the deal and release Mytheria immediately and take me in her place. If I fail, then the deal reverts. She may claim both of us, or she may just simply take Genevieve. It was unclear at the end.
Well, let me
Point
get this
is...
straight.
Yes.
You're going to try to out-torture a demon on Ginny.
Yes.
This is nuts.
It is not ideal.
Beyond insane.
Nuts. This shit's nuts, bro.
This shit's crazy, bro.
By rock and stone, this is some nuts.
I want to go under the stones. I don't want to be any longer.
Stones.
This is...
It might not work, which is why I am offering you the chance now to hold the artifact and potentially try your idea. If what your foreign false god says is a riddle and you seem to have understood the answer, I suppose. We have all been invited to attend. I wouldn't recommend attending, but you could if you wished to try.
I think we should. I've been trying to think this through this whole time we've been here. And if what Mr. Gideon says is true about this riddle, I think he might be right. I've been struggling this whole time because none of us know what we can do with that. I was short-sighted yet again, because I was only thinking about what we could do with it. We obviously don't know what it can do, but there's someone here who does. and someone here who's already used its power to a great deal of success. I don't think we'll be able to get out of this without playing along, but I think we should all be there. And I think this is the time that we should be ready to put everything on the line. Because if this plan fails, we need to be ready.
Which is what I'm doing, also, because...
Yes, but you shouldn't have to do it alone, Farryn.
It is my job as commander, Mythos.
It is not. That's just what you think because you've been designed to think that way. Everyone here is a team. We work together, we fall together. There's no reason to shoulder everything on your own. As quiet as I've been, and as much as Gideon and Ginny have tried to talk this into you about secrets and everything else, the root of the issue is you should just be able to trust us. Even my weaknesses aside, we've all managed to get this far together. I just wish you'd have more faith in us from the get-go. But at least you were able to get us in a slightly better situation than we were before, and for that I'm thankful.
Slightly better unless I fail. Which, of course, I don't intend to do. As difficult as it is and as distasteful to you, Gideon.
But I think we've been given an opportunity. If what you said is true and we are all allowed to gather there, I'm not going to let you shoulder this burden alone this time. I'm done standing aside while everyone else takes all the risk and chances. If this fails, we're all going to die anyway, so we might as well put everything on the line. All of us together.
But some things you must allow our individual talents to shine. In this instance, I must be the one to do what I must do to Genevieve. Do you understand? You cannot get in my way for that.
I understand that. I'm just saying that the rest of us will be lying in wait, or if things do not turn out in an ideal circumstance.
So be it.
That way you can, with your full confidence, do what you need to do, and can hopefully rely on us to have your back. Because I don't want to let anyone here die.
It is what soldiers
We've
are
come
for.
this far. That's not the purpose of a soldier. I'm starting to think that is just the lies we've been brought up with. People throwing their lives away when they could have done so much more and done such greater things if they had the foresight to just stick through it. Sword, yes, that might be the creed they follow. But more than not, the shield is the one that falls in their place. While the eyes gather information and intelligence and sit in the background. But together, we are stronger than we are apart. And every loss hurts all of us.
Mm-hmm.
You're not there.
I'm just amen, brethren, from the corner over here. Don't worry.
I will...
And the...
Do you have more, Mythos?
No.
I will try to take your words to heart. But
Thank you.
you understand it is difficult for me to change. And also, Gideon, you understand why I could not tell Genevieve to her face what to expect. I need the element of surprise.
I think even if you told her, I don't think it would change the outcome. I don't see how you're going to succeed in this deal.
Have faith, Gideon. What else is there to rely on? Now tell me, is it only for you that holding the artifact would be perhaps detrimental if I gave it to Mythos with the same standards to be upheld?
An oath
Would
is
it-
an oath, Farryn.
Well then, since I have already taken it, I see no reason that someone else should not take it. I have no qualms as to who. Just don't break it.
You're the
Sorry,
guy just
passion
getting
me
whipped
to
in the
say,
background. I
Gideon.
think it's so funny.
Uh-huh.
This might
It's
be
coming.
harsh for me to say, Gideon, but if these oaths truly have as much power as you say, the captain can't take that with her. But you're the only one that knows the true extent of this. It would be quite foolish of one of the rest of us to take it.
Very well. I'll do it.
Very well. Would anyone else care to hold on to any of these other artifacts I have? Or do you think it would be acceptable for me to continue wearing them?
What you got in that bag? Let me look in that bag.
I got the
Got it
periaps.
Let me look
You
at
know.
them shoes.
I got that fancy little necklace we got from the hanging tree. I've got all my nice weaponry. I don't know. I don't really have much. I mostly just have the periapt that I would also want to get rid of.
What was that again?
The
Uh,
necklace.
Oh,
The
Air up
necklace
the
and
veils. Yeah.
Periapt?
Constant exposure 3.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Does anyone want to hold on to that?
We'll float that one in case Flo wants it, but I don't think anyone would use it, but if you need to get rid of it, Mythos will hold on to it.
Yeah,
for you.
I don't want to be wearing it
Yeah.
during the
They might pat you
evening.
down and you don't want to lose all your fancy shit. I get it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what to do about my equipment, but someone needs to take the rod from me, guys.
I will take the rod.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then whatever other stuff you want to pack mule for Mythos will hold. Or Galdren if he wants to. He has bigger muscles than I do.
You still don't have your strength, do you?
I mean, even if I did, I was still pretty weak.
Alrighty. So, anything else anyone wants to do before we move on to the next scene? Well, anything else anybody wants to do?
I mean,
Going to insist that I get to keep my flower in my hair
Sure.
as I'm scrubbed down by voluptuous demon lemon.
Sure. Keep those flowers in your hair.
I will.
That's right. Okay. Well, look, here's the thing, guys. Merciless isn't here, and this next scene is catastrophically important, and we're at time anyway, so I'm just gonna call it.
Yes, indeed.
okay.
Yep.
Sounds good.
It'll let me think if I want to do something stupid or not. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm also thinking about stupid things I could do.
It's so fucking stupid.
Yeah. Next session is like
Yeah.
probably the most important session, I think, for this group. So
Excellent.
it's a huge deal what happens next. So
More or less important than the trial.
way more important than the trial.
Way more.
Oh, no.
Way more important than the trial.
I think we are literally at the crux of like the deciding point of
You know the
Corvallis
whole-
is
you know the
resting on
whole-
the razor's edge.
You know the whole thing that I've been leading up to? This is one of those things I've been leading up to.
Oh
So,
no.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So what he's saying, guys, is don't fuck up.
Man, now we're gonna fuck up. God.
Well, no, what
Ready.
I'm saying is like I want everyone here. I don't want anybody to miss.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right, we'll call it there. Good session, everybody.
Fantastic session. My gosh. Good RP, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Hold on,
So
everyone.
We're
good.
insane. Why are we doing this again? How is this the plan to rescue
I finally
Etheria?
got to talk back to Farryn. Yay!
Woohoo!
Yay!
Has done it. Yes.
Ginny could feel it in her bones from far away. That's why she was proud. Her spider sense was tingling.
Dude, I got to roleplay Babylon. So sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Don't fail your faith check in the midst of demon time.
I know, it's like afterward, yeah, then I get the 23.
You failed? Is that what happened?
Yeah, I got
Yeah, he got a
Yeah,
12 and then
really
tried the
sucked.
inspiration and hit an 11.
Yeah, oops.
But that's okay, because there's more things at play than just what you might think.
Yes.
Anybody who's watched all the other sessions would, or excuse me, the other games, would probably know why Babylon responded to Gideon.
I'm so excited for the amount of good
Because he's a
storytelling that's happening.
paladin. And
In the last
Babylon's
several
all
sessions
paladins.
of multiple campaigns, it's all coming together.
Yep.
And I
all
see the
coming
screens.
It's all
It's all
coming
coming together.
It's
Yeah.
all
Feels good, man.
together.
All right, we got some fan art memes. This one made me laugh. I, Ginny Lanternbridge, condemn myself to demonic servitude, as well as my father, my baby brother Hill, and Thirain.
Thor's just like, what?
That was very good.
Help that from the other side of the continent.
Yeah.
Sorry, Thorn. It has to be done.
There's please no answer. Guess I'll make a horrible oath.
That's so
rough.
silly.
Very fun. All right, good stuff, guys. Good sessions all around. Good times. Had a great time. I'll see you guys in an hour for Gals and Gold.
All right.
All right,
Bye-bye.
Let me turn off these screams now.
Man.